Okay, we're going to call the Schaumburg Village Board meeting to order for Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. Just a reminder, if you have any electronic devices, cell phones, tablets, anything that makes noise, we'd ask that you please turn that off so we can have an undisturbed meeting. I'd ask that the clerk please call the roll.
Trustee Bischke.
Present.
Trustee Bidet.
Present.
Trustee Dunham.
Present.
Trustee Sullivan.
Present.
Trustee Clare.
Present.
Trustee Patel is absent. President Daly.
Present. Trustee Madej, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure. Audience, please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Trustee Madej. Next item is the approval of minutes from March 26, 2024. Look for a motion to approve.
Move to approve as presented. Second.
Motion and a second to approve as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the approval of the executive session minutes from March 26, 2024. Look for a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the approval of expenditures for $3,002,233.48.
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve as presented. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bischke.
Aye.
Trustee Bidet.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Patel is absent.
5 ayes, no nays. Motion carries. Thank you. Presentations. This evening, we have a presentation of the American Public Works Association, APWA, Public Works Project of the Year by Mike Hall, Director of Engineering and Public Works.
All right, good evening.
Hi,
I've got
Mike. How are
Brent
you?
McQueen, the Engineering Division Manager with me as well.
Okay.
So the village received an award from APWA for disaster emergency repair less than $5 million for the American Lane culvert rehabilitation. This culvert was two 96-inch diameter CMP or corrugated metal pipes. They were starting to fail, and so we were looking to line them with a geopolymer cementous liner. And when the contractor got in there to start working, we had an emergency repair need. Part of the pipe had collapsed, about 50% obstruction. So we were looking at ways to try to address that without having to completely excavate and replace the pipe because of some tight right-of-way and utilities that would have been an extremely expensive repair. So the contractor worked with, who was Municipal and Contractor Sealing Products. They were out of Ohio. They worked with our engineer, Crawford, Murphy and Tilley, our staff, and we developed a way to hydro-excavate or basically use a vacuum excavator to remove the soil from atop the pipe and actually go into the pipe and jack the pipe out to put the circumference back into place. And they were able to do that for a small change order within the manager's approval, and we were able to get that accomplished within budget and stayed on schedule. So it was a great accomplishment, and again, we received the award from APWA on it. So.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, congratulations. Great. Congratulations. Thanks, nice job. Congratulations.
Michael.
Always cool when you can figure out ways to make things work that seem an impossible task to do, you know? Great satisfaction in that.
Engineering.
Yes, absolutely. Liquor license requests, we have none for this evening. Consent agenda. Consent agenda will be read in its entirety, voted on as one motion to approve. If you wish to discuss any item further, please indicate that when the item is read by the village clerk so that it can be removed from the consent agenda and discussed further under committee reports. Otherwise, all items will be approved as presented on the consent agenda. Will the clerk please read the consent agenda? Thank you.
Number 1, liquor licenses. A, the motion would be to approve the request from Ms. Julianne Scully of Ride for Hope for one Class D one-day liquor license for a not-for-profit motorcycle event on Saturday, May 4th, 2024 at St. Peter Lutheran Church located at 202 East Schaumburg Road, and waive the fee. 2, proclamations. A, Neurodiagnostic Week, April 14th through 20th, 2024. 3, Health and Human Services. A, the motion would be to accept the Phase 1 report and direct staff to proceed with leading healthy futures to conduct Phase 2 of the Health Services Needs Assessment. B, the motion would be to approve amendment number 1 and number 2 to the Residential Refuse and Recycling Collection Services Agreement with Lakeshore Recycling Systems LLC of Rosemont, Illinois, and approve the required resolution. 4, Transportation Committee. The motion would be to approve a resolution authorizing the village manager to execute a license agreement with Johnny's Coffee Mart LLC of Wooddale, Illinois, to operate the coffee vendor and custodial services at the Schaumburg Commuter Rail Facility. B, the motion would be to approve the execution of an agreement for operation of the Dial-A-Ride Transportation DART service with MV Transportation, Inc. of Dallas, Texas, in an amount not to exceed $1,804,254 and approve the required resolution. C, the motion will be to approve a resolution authorizing the village president and village clerk to execute an intergovernmental agreement by and between the village of Schaumburg and the Schaumburg Township Road District for Phase 1 preliminary engineering for Spring South Road. 5, Planning, Building, and Development Committee. The motion would be to adopt an ordinance amending the Municipal Code Title 11, Chapter 129C.07, Hotel Establishments Maximum Stay Length pertaining to hotel and motel tax on extended stays. B, the motion would be to approve an annual amusement license for Gamers World located at G138B Woodfield Mall for 2024. C, the motion would be to approve an annual amusement license for the Radio Flyer store located at N120 Woodfield Mall for 2024. D, the motion would be to approve an annual amusement license for 62 Escape located at D215 Woodfield Mall for 2024. E, the motion would be to authorize the village manager to execute the renewal of a professional services agreement with J. DeVito Design, Inc. of Island Lake, Illinois for code enforcement and planning landscape inspections for fiscal year 25 in an amount not to exceed $67,500, contingent upon the approval of the proposed fiscal year 25 budget, and approve the required resolution. F, the motion would be to authorize the village manager to execute a contract with Christopher Burke Engineering Limited of Rosemont, Illinois, for interim engineering services in an amount not to exceed $307,840, pending approval of the fiscal year 25 budget, and approve the required resolution. G, the motion would be to authorize the village manager to execute an increase in the purchase order with TPI Code Consultants, Inc. of South Elgin, Illinois, up to $616,000 for building inspection and plan review services, and approve the required resolution. H, the motion would be to approve amendments relating to exterior storage for auto repair businesses for Chapters 129F and Chapter 154, and refer the revisions to Chapter 154 to the Zoning Board of Appeals. 6, award of bid. The motion would be to award the bid for the 2024 Street Improvement Program, contract number 1, to the lowest responsible bidder, Builders Paving LLC of Hillside, Illinois, in the amount of $2,665,808. 7, traffic agreements. The motion would be to authorize the village manager to execute the traffic agreement by and between the Village of Schaumburg and BRE DDR Woodfield Village, located at 1400 to 1572 East Gulf Road. 8, resolutions. The motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-24-023, authorizing the village manager to sign the first and second amendment to the Residential Refuse and Recycling Collection Services Agreement between the Village of Schaumburg and Lakeshore Recycling Systems LLC. B, the resolution would be the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R24-024, authorizing the village manager to execute a contract extension with J. DeVito Design, Inc., to perform landscape inspection and site plan inspection consulting services. C, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-24-025, authorizing the village manager to execute a professional services agreement with Christopher Burke Engineering Limited to provide interim staffing for the position of community development engineer. D, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-24-026, authorizing the village manager to execute a contract extension with TPI Building and Code Consultants, Inc., to perform building inspection and plan review services. E, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-24-027, authorizing the execution of a license agreement for coffee vendor and custodial services at the Schaumburg Commuter Rail Facility. F, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-24-028, authorizing execution of an agreement for a Dial-A-Ride Transportation, DART, service with MV Transportation, Inc. G, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-24-029, authorizing the village president and village clerk to execute an intergovernmental agreement by and between the Village of Schaumburg and the Schaumburg Township Road District for Phase 1 preliminary engineering for Spring South Road. 9, ordinances. The motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 24-020, amending Chapter 36, Taxes, of Title III, Administration, relating to implementation of an electric utility tax. B, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 24-021, amending the Municipal Code Title 11, Chapter 129C, .07, hotel establishments maximum stay, pertaining to hotel and motel tax on extended stay. This concludes the consent agenda.
My apologies, but I would ask if item number H under Planning, Building, Development could be pulled for discussion later. Other than that, I look for a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
So moved. Second.
There's motion second to approve the consent agenda minus item H under Planning, Building, Development. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bischke?
Aye.
Trustee Madej?
Aye.
Trustee Dunham?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Clare?
Aye.
Trustee Patel is absent.
5 ayes, no nays, motion carries. Committee reports. I did ask for this one item to be pulled, thank you. My apologies for being late on it. I'd like to ask that we defer this item until May, so we can have a little bit further discussion. We've got so much going on down there. There's some concern about a few things, and I know we've talked about it, but I would appreciate if it would be deferred to May. Committee of the whole, sorry.
So moved. Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Nothing else under committee reports. Comments from the public. It's an opportunity to appear before the board to discuss items that are pertinent towards the Village of Schaumburg. Please ask that you keep your comments to no more than 3 minutes. And if you have something, please hold forth. Okay, moving on. Council report.
Nothing other than the need to go into closed session to discuss acquisition of real property,
Okay.
not coming out to take any action
All right.
afterward.
President's report. I have nothing for this evening. Manager's report.
I have no report this evening.
New business? None. Unfinished business? None. Trustee comments and mentions?
Have one.
Yes. Trustee Bischke.
I just would like to congratulate Chief Walters on the achievement of ISO Class 1 rating for the Schaumburg Fire Department. Congratulations.
Okay. Anything further under trustee comments and mentions? No. Look for a motion to adjourn to executive session in accordance with Section 2, subsection C, 5 of the Open Meetings Act, land acquisition for the purpose or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, roll call.
Oh.
Trustee Bieshke.
Aye.
Trustee Madey.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clair.
Aye.
Trustee Patel is absent.
5 ayes, no nays, motion carries. Thank